Hello and welcome to the Build It Yourself Laboratory. In this video, we're going to show you how to install the Scratch offline editor. Alright, so let's begin. Normally, when you go to the Scratch website, you will see an online editor. You are all probably very familiar with this, potentially from school or having used Scratch in the past. The benefit is everything is online and it's shared with a huge community. But as with everything online, there are times where you may have an internet issue, an account issue, or the website you are visiting may have a server issue. So with Scratch, you never want to lose your work, and you always want to be able to work on your projects at any time. So to download the offline editor, all we have to do is go over to the URL and we can just type in /download. So write this down or type it into your address bar now, and then follow along with the next steps. So again, this is scratch.mit.edu/download. Here, the steps are pretty straightforward. If you scroll down just a little bit, for Mac and for Windows, there are installers. So, step 1 is to install Adobe Air. Adobe Air is just a plugin, essentially. Since Scratch runs on Flash, this may have something to do with that environment being able to run offline. What I like to do personally is skip to step 2 first, because you likely already have Adobe Air installed from another game or website. So I'm going to download the Windows installer, and I'm on Windows 7. With Mac, it's version dependent, so if you have OS X, which I believe is the more modern Mac operating system, you would use the first download link. If you have 10.5 or older, which I believe is Snow Leopard or older, basically if your computer hasn't been updated since like 2008, 2009, you might need to use this second link. And Windows is a general link for all versions. So my Scratch just finished downloading, and you can see that I'm on Google Chrome and it downloaded here. If you are not on Google Chrome, say you are using Safari or you're using Microsoft Edge or some other browser, you can search your downloads folder for this file. To get to your downloads folder, depending on which platform, most of them is just going to computer or my computer, this computer for Windows. And on Mac, I believe you can use the Finder, which you can find the search bar usually in the top right, or there's a Finder icon. Either way, if you can't find this file or you cannot find your downloads folder, which is usually over on the left side of a folder, you can just simply go to your Start menu or Finder and just type in Scratch. You'll see that you should find the installer file somewhere in the results. So I'm just going to click on the file and click on Run. From here, I'll follow all the on-screen prompts. So you can see that took a few seconds to pop up. So if you don't see anything pop up immediately, give it 10 seconds before you think you may have to double click on the icon again. So you see that within this download, it actually prompts you to download Adobe Air if necessary. And then I have add shortcut to desktop and start application after install, and finally choose download location. If you do not know what to change, leave everything. Everything should be okay. So just click continue. Here I want to say just click I agree, but if you want, please have your parents read this. It's a little lengthy, and once they're okay with it, just click I agree. If this pops up, if you're on Windows, you'll need to click yes. This allows you to install. On Mac, something similar may pop up. You may need an administrative password, which your parents should have if it asks. So I click yes, and you'll see that up here I have my progress bar. The program installs fairly quickly, and I now have the offline editor. And this works the exact same as the online editor. You can later upload any file you save with this back to your Scratch account to share with the world. If you do have any issue with Adobe Air, you can use the links in step 1, but as you saw in step 2, it automatically selects that you have to install it if you haven't. And there's a good chance you do have this installed, so this should save you time. And if you do get an error, just be aware on this page, the page that has the download, scratch.mit.edu/download, you are able to install Adobe Air and then install Scratch. I hope this guide was useful. I will look for a Linux solution in the event that you have Linux, and if you do have Linux, please just email whoever your contact for Build It Yourself is, or email support@build-it-yourself.com, and we'll be more than happy to help you. To Planet Pluto and beyond, have fun building.